Hey everybody, it's Aaron here at Dirt Cat Auto and Crafts Garage. I'm going to be messing with the Roadrunner a little bit tonight before I actually unload it because the wheel wells on the trailer are just at the right height for me to do something. I want to go over and recess this car yet again because instead of cutting certain things and going full off the counter on stuff, I think I'm actually going to skin the top of the roof on this car. Because it's kind of, well, I actually got it up on a level surface, and you can tell right behind me that it's actually quite easy, but it's an easy fix, no matter what, because even though it's wrecked and everything, it's still a very, very easy fix. Gosh, I'm not gonna lie. Before I start working on this car, I don't know when I'm gonna start working on it again. Might be sometime next year, or unless if I get lucky and find some sort of a parts car like a 73, 74. I'd rather have a 73, something that's like wrecked in the front or the very back or something, because I can find all the parts and everything, fenders and stuff online, metal, actual metal reproduction stuff, or even fenders off other cars, but it's kind of, well, no one doesn't seem to be selling any sort of hood or roof parts or reproductions of that, and it's kind of kinked and totaled in certain areas, so it's kind of, well, I think that's going to be the most challenging part ever, is to actually find a replacement roof for the car. Everything else I can find. I'm already looking at some rear ends and everything, some positive rear ends. This is a 318 car, and I want to keep it as a 318 because I absolutely love my 318s. If it was anything else, then yeah, it doesn't matter. Of course, I could always put something bigger in it. It is what it is. But it's just the issue about the roof. So yeah. Well, let me show you what the plan is right now, what I'm actually going to be doing. And it's a very low-flying hawk. I was wondering what he was going to do. He went right over that way and kind of buzzed me. But here, I'll show you what's going on here. So as you can see here, the fender wells on the trailer are just right. I just have to get a few, blocks or boards underneath for a very long railroad tie that I have right there that I'm going to use for a type of jack stand. Now, people don't like getting these cars, these kind of wrecked cars, because they're too hard to work on, or I have to get something else. It's like, well, if you want a labor of love, then and if you want to save like a rare car like this, no matter if it's like a 318, 340 or whatever, be prepared to put in a lot of love to these kind of cars. I'm not afraid to mess with wrecked cars unless if there's something entirely wrong with them, but I'm actually up to the point where I'm not afraid to actually cut a car in two and turn to something else, because my friend has a 58 Pontiac 4-door over there that's not so great shape, but I need to find a very trashed out 2-door and combine the cars into one. But in this case, I'll be pretty much doing almost the same thing. And surprisingly enough, I did measurements. This back window is actually perfect. It's not bent, it's structurally sound. It's just bent in right there where the lead filling was at. That's the weak spot. So I'm going to actually have to skin this car from... I'm going to try to straighten this stuff up as much as I can, but if not, then I'll actually have to go through the factory welds, which is one right there, come down so far, and then pretty much just skin it. Just get all the factory welds out, kind of straighten this up a little as much as I can, because that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to jack it up right here, try to at least alleviate some pressure, but I also got to get into the cab here and press up, on certain areas, because there's a nice little hump going right there. So, but yeah, this back window, it's actually good. This section is just barely pressed in somewhat, but the back window, the entire structure of this back window is actually good. I almost fainted when I did a lot of measurements. So I lucked out on there. So pretty much I have to do a few straighten alignments and everything, and I have to pay attention to this little hub right here, because you can feel it as it is, like on the Roadrunners. Right there's that nice little hub, that mount, whatever you want to call it. And this is going to be a slow process once I get things established, hopefully, because then I'll show all of you on how to actually fix rolled cars just like this. So let me get some stuff cleared out, and I'll crawl in there and see if I actually can't pound up on that top. Okay. Also in time too, once I get some stuff established, I'll show how to actually fix this door. It's really not too bad. There's some bad spots on it, but nothing too severe. Just need a whole extra lot of love. Whole lot of love. Let's see here. Try to get this out of the way. Oh, by the way, I did look up the VIN numbers. This is actually, in fact, it's a G code, which means for the 318. I thought this meant for satellite, but it's a B body, and it is titled as a satellite or submarine, but it's still a Roadrunner. I checked everything in case if this was dressed up as a Roadrunner, but it is in fact a Roadrunner model. So even if it wasn't a Roadrunner, I would still do something with it, but probably would sell it and turn it into a normal, like a satellite, and then probably sell it after I did all the bodywork. But since it's an actual legit Roadrunner, after checking multiple times and even at the junkyard and everything, it's like, yeah, this is a Roadrunner. So guys, you know how people like to dress up their cars and make them something else. I don't like that. I'm not much of a fan of clones either. It depends on what it is, but yeah, it's just me. It's already messed up as it is. So let's get this tire out. This one's split. Big tire, because that's got one heck of a slice in it. Here. Sadly, this grill assembly is really good. There's still some decent stuff on this. I can even maybe reuse this. I'm not sure just yet. I'll have to find out what the difference is between erect and non-erect grill assembly. So let's adjust a little. Okay. Now, I really should have brought a broom, because there's glass everywhere from the window. It's so light. fucking battery go dead. Okay. With camera issues hopefully out of the way, once this thing goes out, I don't have no more cameras to really mess with, so is what it is. So get in here. Now, I really should have brought a broom. Bad for your health. I mean, to each their own. Now, you really can't worry about screwing up the roof too much. I'm going to be careful on where I put my knee because I don't need it all cut up. My glass. Okay. So, here's a low spot. Try to push it out a little. Because I'm just now messing with this, and I don't know how bad it really is. I know this floor right here needs to be replaced. Yeah, there goes that bad floor. Yeah. This floor that's rusted right here, my knee's going right through it. It's that spot where I showed all of you in a previous video where it's kind of bad because I'm in a decent spot here, but no. Sometimes, now everyone has their own different method. You're probably looking at me, it's like, what the heck's this guy doing pushing up with his back? Well, I've normally popped out roofs with my back before like that. And I know for a fact that leg power is not going to even cut it. So, looks like I'm going to have to get the jack. I'm not surprised about. But, I gotta find something to, at least sorry, I'm just thinking. Gotta find something to at least alleviate some of the metal stress. I'm not worried about screwing up the metal here because I'm going to. Because what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to skin this roof. Because, you know, cut it and everything and all that stuff, but I've got to straighten this up a little bit, try to get this spot unpinched. And, so that way I can try to find some factory welds so I can skin the top and then straighten everything else. Because, can't find no, stretch, fractures over here on the post. So I'm actually going to try to save this bent post right here, see if it's weak, but if it's no good, then I'll take out the, well, pretty much take out, you know, drill out the factory up. Man, my allergies are acting up. And we're getting smoke from both California and Colorado. But I'll have to drill out the factory welds and then put in a new post that way. So I'm very happy that this car actually has that kind of option. So, and I could just do it to both sides, to be honest. So let me move the camera out of the way. Hopefully it still operates, and then I'll get the a tie-in here, and then do a little bit of an odd method to pop out some of the roof. Also might try to jack this up too. Ooh, there's some glass right there. So, alright, so be right back. Okay, so I do not recommend this method in any way, shape, or form. It's because it's not real. Well, everyone has their own process and methods to doing stuff like this. This one's I don't really quite recommend, because this is a very, very rough deal to do. Because normally stuff like this, you'd have a system to hold down the car, and then something to push up on the hood, you know, on the inside, you know, at certain structural intervals. I'm just trying to see if I can actually get some pressure off of this and scoop the jack in and try to pop some of the hood out. Well, not the hood, the roof. I don't know why I keep saying the hood. Wish I had a hood, but they're expensive. They're very expensive. But, you know, it is what it is. A hood that I was looking at was actually, one I was looking at on eBay was like $1,100 or $1,200, and this is a $200 car. So, but I gotta go big in order to restore this. I mean, restoring cars is not a cheap process. So, I'm also watching the bottom here too, so that way I don't push down into the floor pan. Well, I gotta replace the entire floor pan, but kind of working. Okay. Now that spot, yeah, see, look at that. It went right on down. I was afraid of that. So I just tested it out. It's still holding down there. But I just found out that the main portion of the stress is up here, which is very, you know, typical for the bend and everything. But main portion of the damage is back here, and I really don't have nothing to get back here. Have to. I know a lot of professional guys out there, you know, probably screaming and having their OCD, you know, go off, but when I've had all my tools and similar stuff to pop out roofs like this stolen 10, 11 years ago, still was unable to replace my stuff. It's kind of hard to do this. So let's see where this goes. I just heard some creasing back here. Sadly, you can't quite see it. But now I'm creating a bad spot right here. But it's also changed the hood of the car a little. So I'm trying to see if I can actually straighten some stuff out here. Because, again, I don't have a system just yet to put in through here and fix the roof. I had one, but back in 2006, the sheriff of that time didn't want to do nothing about the theft. So, I'm not saying their name or anything, it's just I had to consider it a loss. Let me check the camera. Yes. Okay. There we go. But there we go. because while I'm doing this, I'm not worried about the roof of the car. It's gonna get all fixed and replaced. I just want to try to get this straightened up so far, so that way I can see if this post will be somewhat still kind of decent. And you know, see, it's on right there. Even if it pops through the roof, I'm not worried. I'm just worried about this structure right here. Man, that smoke's really bothering me. But I have to be careful about this because I don't have a parts car to rely on just yet. So I'm just kind of shooting in the dark because this is my first Plymouth ever. First Roadrunner ever. I want to get an older one, if not maybe like a Super B of sorts. But good luck on that because everyone and their grandmother wants an arm and a leg for one. It's just like a 68 Charger. And out of all the Chargers I'd love to have, I'd love to have a 68. But again, everybody and their grandmother wants a high amount of money for it, for one. So, they say they're rare cars, but there's really a high production number on them. So, I don't care if it's an automatic, 4-speed, 3-speed, or or even a Charger 500. I'd love to have a Charger 500 because you don't see those running around too much. But for a 68. But it is what it is. Oh, you want to slide forward. Now, excuse me, that's disgusting. I apologize. Allergies are very severe with this smoke in the air. Now, I'm working on the front here. I'm going to maybe try to move some stuff around. I've got to replace the floor here too, where the seat is at. So I might try to find a long board of sorts and put it back right here. Because I'm not going to do too much damage to the car because there's already enough damage to the tour as it is. So I'm not too worried, but you're supposed to work back here, but I'm working up front. Again, I'm not worried about the roof because it's screwed. It's got to be all replaced. I got to skin it. Everything's got to come out. Okay, that's enough right there. Now, I'm going to move the tie on over and try to work my way back. I don't know if I actually have any type of post that I could use for a push-up system right there. Because this is a major redneck system. And we're redneck out here, and I have no problem with that. So, let's get this out. I'm gonna recheck the camera here. I'm going to move it over just a tiny bit here. Trying to get some height, I suppose. By the way, this right here, it's not a sponsor. Even what I said with the 318 Magnum earlier, I'm still thinking about modernizing this with the Hemi Magnum out of 2000 something. I know a lot of people would be screaming bloody murder about that, but I mean, again, there's really not much else you can truly damage on the car, because I gotta replace a lot of things on this, and the floor is mainly one of them. Interesting enough, though, that this car does have an option for a manual for a 4-speed, but I don't see no linkage or anything for the support on the frame within the engine compartment, like, you know, where all the other clutches are at on all the other vehicles. But again, too, I'm used to Ford, so I gotta learn what I'm gonna do things about this car. So, if this is a different setup to like how Ford and everything is, I could put in a floor pan for a 4-speed, because this VIN number, I'm not going to show it because, you know, I'm private like that now, which I do apologize about the Q code video a while back. But this particular car and this model, you know, the B body model, this one had an option of either manual or automatic, and the wife does want to drive this, but she also doesn't know how to drive a manual, which is fine. So a lot of people are uneasy about manuals because they could be something else, you know, entirely in themselves. So, now, I could have used more support underneath, but I'm actually utilizing the weight of the car to pop this out. And again, everyone has their own method to doing this stuff. Like I said, my method's like other people, but all my stuff was stolen years ago, and including my English wheel. So I lost a lot of stuff. And the bracket system underneath this is actually screwed up. So, see there? The roof's not going down too much. Oops, I better not loosen it up too much. And if you're curious, if you can't read the lettering on this, this is a 3.5 ton jack, which is 7,000 pounds, speedy lift hydraulic jack. Lift range is 5.5 to 22 inches, or 140 millimeters to 558 millimeters, with universal joint. I'll just let that sit there for a second. If it gets too late tomorrow morning or even later in the week, I'll build something so that way I could put a deal back here and pop up the roof, because again, this entire roof is screwed up. I can't save it. Like I said, I'll have to find the factory welds, skin it. But you can actually see I've actually alleviated stress. I'm sorry, I can't speak too well. My grammar is redneck, so I'm just trying to go trying to sound smart and everything, but there we go. There's a pop. We don't want to do any more. Now, let's see. This is coming along quite nicely. Sorry, I'm just trying to think here. Because I need to get to the back of this car. But I have nothing. I mean, I have absolutely nothing to use. I may have to cut a galvanized pipe and make my own system for back here, pressing up on the car's roof. Because you can see there's some splits forming. Here, let me move the camera. Hopefully. Yeah, as you can see right here, right there's a split. That's not good. But all in all, car's coming along quite nicely so far. Hopefully I can set it down back to the same spot where it was sitting. And looks like it did. Oh, wonderful. So, whoops. So, move this up a little bit. Now, I really should try to find something, move this out of the way, and then start jacking up right here, because hopefully I'm gonna lift up the camera again. Hopefully I can see it. Whoops, sorry about the deal and that damn trailer in the background. It's gonna disappear in the next couple of years. But anyways, as you can see, a lot of things have changed. Of course, I made a high spot. Doesn't matter. I'm trying to get this spot kind of structurally up and try to alleviate some of the stress right here, because like I said, the back window's okay, but all the pressure points are all right here, and it's kind of putting some things down. So I truly wish I had a shop. We got a building, but it's not good enough for a shop, sadly. It's not good for one. Let me see here. Okay, so this is not your conventional type thing, as you're already fully aware. Kind of have it adjusted right here, as you can see. So, I'm going to try to tickler a little bit, try to get that spot right here up. So I'm going to move the camera just a tiny bit, because I want to try to get this spot situated so that way I could get this 4x4 in there. Again, I don't care if it pokes any holes in it, because the entire roof needs to be replaced. And I'm using the weight of the car. There we go. Okay, I see some pressure points right now. Since I did that, there's this one about right here, and there's also a few others back here. So I gotta move and get up right there. But I'm gonna let that sit and tease a little for a second. See how it moves. Yep. So gotta move it back. Get it back. Already at a dangerous spot, but yeah. Oh, my back over after I position. Take this extra bar off, bolt my shirt. Okay, there we go. Yeah, you're still going to do that, aren't you? That's a dangerous position right there. Because it's barely on the jack. I know he could barely see. I probably should have grabbed a lamp. Yeah. Of all the things, this has to stubborn. See, there it goes again. But I think I got it this time. I'm not worried about that metal bracket in there because it needs to be replaced. There's a lot of stress right there. That's where a lot of the impact was by the looks of it. So I guess when she was driving on the road with the drunken idiot, kind of flipped over and it hit pretty much right here. Kind of gently bent this right here, but then it caved that in. But see with the progress that I've made. Whoops, it's actually straightened up just a little bit more. That's not bad. What's going to happen next is probably it's going to bend someplace about right there. The entire roof, it's all weakened anyways. You guys can see here it creaking and screaming because I'm alleviating the stress. But the back spot right here, I want to try my best to get it out. If not, then I'll have to try to at least get the rest of this straightened, and when the time comes, just skin the roof off and fix stuff up appropriately. And if that doesn't work too well with the dimensions, then I'll just cut out the post right here with factory welds, which I'll have to find all of them. So see, it's yeah. See, look at that. So see, that's not too bad. Do it again. Tighten it. I wish I had a good system. Wish I had a garage. Hopefully in the next year or two, I'll be able to get one. My brother has a design down for a great huge garage with a painting stall, and plus two with a section where we could build custom Model A bodies. That's one thing we want to do to the side as well. along with in the future hopefully get a still going, a legal still that's not it is in no way, shape, or form inspired by that one reality show. Family's been wanting to do legal moonshine for about 35, 36 years. We never wanted to brew it on our own. You can, you just can't sell it. But we've been wanting to do it legally. Try to get stuff caught up. So there's this, there's the paranormal channel. And then hopefully in the future when we get established, legal moonshine. Stuff that could pretty much put hair on your palms when you touch it. Okay, so let's see how we're going here. See, right here's a weak spot. I tapped it, see if it popped, but it won't. I helped it out a little bit, but I'm not gonna rock on it like an idiot because this is a dangerous situation. So, but I do see where I'm gonna have to skin it though, which is gonna be about right there and on back. I'll have to straighten that post. So that's actually gonna be quite nice. It's gonna be an easy. Very, very easy fix compared to what I originally thought. Because I'll flip, whoops, wrong setting. Because I'll have to, with this post right here, how I'm looking now, I'm changing my entire perspective about this. I'll have to not hurt myself. But I'll have to take out all of the factory spot welds, find where all those are at, and of course take this out too. And there's water leaking out of that, so no wonder it stinks like still water. So let me move the camera closer here. Well, that's alleviating some stress. Now, this is as close as I can get the camera almost. Maybe I can get it a little bit closer. That's pretty much as close as I can get it. I'll zoom in a little bit here. Okay. Here's these little circles right here that you see. These are spot welds. Factory welds that were put on. There's also one right here. There's probably a couple more back here and up around the sections as I zoom back out. I hope it doesn't, so sorry about the camera. I'll have to take this chrome off. This chrome, I don't know if it's even savable. I'll have to find out when I compare to other cars. But what'll have to be done, I'll have to take this off right here, which this is a front shroud right here. And there should be some other factory welds underneath. So I'll have to find all the factory spot welds, drill them out, take out this entire post. As you can see, I'll have to do the same for the other side. So that way I'll have to do a successful roof replacement. That will be easily a week and a half or two weeks worth of work, because there's a lot of stuff going on in this car. As you can see here, I hate that storage unit in the back. Yeah, but as you can see, I actually did straighten it up a little bit. It's a little bit wider, but if we get it at an odd angle right here, hopefully that sun's not too bad. This section right here is very high up and it's bubbled, so I'll have to pretty much cut right here, straighten up as much as I can, get a really good donor roof that's not, screwed up or anything, No rack tops, because rack tops are trash on any sort of car, no matter what they are. But anyways, once I get this entire top, you know, cut out, I'll have to take out the front post first, and then cut this back right here. I wish I could get the factory area where the lead's filled at, or wherever that they used back right here. But and just pretty much cut it. I've made a lot of progress tonight, but I'll have to call it a day there. But it's not going to be the end for all of you. But let's see if I actually can't straighten it up just a little bit more, so I'll have to reposition you just a tiny bit over. Do this camera work? All right. Stop right there. This house getting absolutely nowhere. See this just gave way. I don't know if I can still use this. It's got numbers right there on it. So, oh no, it's breaking on that side already. That's too bad. So, pull this back. Now, this is the part where I'm going to toss this block and start using this, because I need a pressure point. I need this down. See if I can actually even fit it in here. I know a lot of people at home be like, oh no, don't use that. It's like, well, what else am I going to use? All my stuff was stolen. If I could get it. There we go. Pressure point. Let me reposition the camera so all of you can watch. Okay. I'm not going to stay out here too much longer, because it's already starting to get pretty late. So, better pop some of it out. Ooh, I really popped a lot of it out. It almost straightened up. Of course, now it's all warped and everything because the roof's no good. I think I could get this close to how she was. I just need to get a better angle for, like, right here in that area, so that way I can tickle that out a little bit more. perfect. Wow. I could definitely see where it hit the hardest, which is right here, this entire section right there. So now, try hack up along. It's too bad. But, so now I need to go through multiple spots, back and forth. I need to get a lot of stress off of this right here. I need to get something in to press on this side out a little, because this spot right here is faintly bent in. Because of this little spot right here. So, 1, 2. Oh, danger point, Matt. I just let it down. That's good. The roof barely moved, so I'm actually at a good spot. Okay. So, not too bad on day one. I'm trying to pop this out. Because grab the camera, move to the back, because I'm going to retire for the day shortly. See how much difference it made? That's a really interesting bubble top. But if I can save the entire roof, I don't know. I still have plenty of options, but I also want to at least remotely see if I can even do camera work properly. But if I could actually even remotely save this post without cutting it out. I know I said earlier that I could do this and this, but I didn't see no fractures or any kind right here. The metal's not split any way, shape, or form. The lip right here might be a pain to redo. Oh my gosh. I'll show it in just a second. This is what just happened. Which is actually a good thing. This is a very, very good thing. See here? The space cleared up, and a lot of the dirt that got in there right here from the wreck can actually scrape it out. So if something does happen, I could actually find the factory welds up and around. But that section right there is looking pretty nasty. But of course, I want to see if I actually even remotely save this post. But if not, I'm still thinking about going the entire route. Take this entire shroud off right here with the factory welds, and then take each post off right here and cut it so far back, measure it up with the other one, because when I take this front part off, I'll cut this roof right in half, so that way I can measure up and see where I need to cut back right there and put the new roof in, structure it properly, and just go from there. That's not too bad. It's still kind of slightly angled, but yeah, but alrighty. So next day is going to be a long one for me. I don't know what's going to happen, but for all of you, it's going to happen in 3, 2, 1. So it's the next day, and I figured, you know, I'll work on it just a little bit more. Didn't quite touch it at all today because it's blistering hot. It's blistering hot right now. Well, I want to see if I actually can't get this spot here, you know, popped up on the roof, because it's been bothering me all day, and plus too, been having, you know, the car bug when we work on things a little bit more. So I don't mind a little bit of the wet spot go away soon. Drinking water and a cat jumped up on me inside. So I might need a bib. But anywho, tonight I'm going to see about popping up the rest of this bad spot behind me and see if I actually can straighten this section up right here, since it already did straighten up just a tiny bit yesterday. Well, actually not a tiny bit, a lot. So, I was recently looking online. I was going to get some parts and everything, see about getting some, front clip for this, but this camera is going out, and it's pretty much my lifeline right now to try to do stuff here on, social media for this car channel and paranormal channel. But after quite a few flips and some messing around, it's it's working now. So I'm gonna have to buckle down and get a brand new camera to keep doing this stuff, so I can keep getting car parts a little at a time. But I was actually want to get some huge car parts, mainly for this, and also the back fender for the 66 Galaxy Q Code, which I'm going to start working on in the next couple of weeks, hopefully at least. But it is what it is. So I guess start working on the roof and see what pops next. So yeah. See what really happens. I also did find something interesting too, which I'll also show you here right now. Okay. See how the paint right here is kind of peeling up? Well, that's because this is an actual second coating of paint. And as you can see here, I don't know when this car was repainted in its life, but this is that type of odd brown primer, and it's very, very thick. But underneath it in some places it's actually blue. Like for example, I shall lean the camera forward right here. As you can see, this is the old faded blue, and this is a new repaint job. So someone repainted this, and believe it or not, there's actually a double sticker type decal going right here at the same spot. So kinda, sorta, I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, someone repainted her. So someone tried to take good care of her at one point in life, until the drunk driving and the extremely powerful 440 got in the way. So I'm still going to put a 318 in this, because I like to keep these kind of not so very common cars that you can find on the road original. So my oil just flared up still, thanks to the both the California and Colorado wildfires, which is a shame that those are happening. Gotta get this out of the road. Well, that'll work, I guess. It's gonna lean it up right there, but once I put it down. Chrome piece fell down. That's kind of screwed up. Take the entire section out. So let's see here. Jack. Let's see here. Let's see. I want to show you what I'm going to be doing next. Because I can't move the deal. Now there's a crease about right here, as you can see. I'm going to see on how much will pop out right there, because you can actually see the daylight. So it's pretty much this section right here. I'm just trying to pop out as much as I can just to see what actually remotely happened, because I know I'm gonna have to skin the entire top and put a whole new roof on. So it is of what it is. So let's see if this will actually be it's a little too low, a little too up, a little too high. If all of my tools and everything that I had made it past that wasn't stolen, I probably would be doing a lot more stuff. But here's what it is. And I'm sure people probably ask, well, how come you didn't do anything sooner? How come you didn't place any of your tools sooner? Well, a lot of things happened between now and then. I recently got reestablished, so was not able to get some tools. Now, this is interesting. I wish I had a hammer to pop back over here. I don't know if this will actually even work. If this is too loud, I'll just lower it down or mute it. Not much of a good spot to really mess with because there's a support deal right here for the panels and everything, plus a structural piece for the interior of the car and for the body. So I really can't get in there and properly press up on it, but looks like some of it came up. But this spot's pretty much pressed in lightly right here, so it is a little distorted. So a lot of it didn't go back down too much, which is good. But can't move this jack around too much either. It's very, very awkward to do. So I have a huge dilemma going on here. I don't have no spot to press up at, and I really don't want to get the that tie from the back to the front, because I might do some structural damage on that too, because I don't want to bend my dash too much or distort my window frame in the back. So I really want to get this popped out more because of all that lead right there. Because I can get this kind of popped out right here, but again, there's that support area right there that's in the way. Yeah, I really can't get into it too much. But all in all, a lot of it did straighten up, pop up, and pop out, as I showed last night. Gosh, what I may have to end up doing is, well, I'm loosening up the camera here, as like I showed the other day, is I'll have to do both sides on the post, take them both off from the factory welds on each side, because I'll have to take this pretty much entirely off, figure out and find out where they put all the lead filling, cut it out all right there at the soft spot, so that way I can have some metal to mess with. And then I'll see if I can actually, just skin it so far, leave about that much back behind on the window here, even if just a little bit right there screwed up. It'll still be a reference. And then pretty much just kind of go from there. Skin the top of the car, leave the back right here, and then do everything else, really. Wind's starting to pick up too. So I guess I'll work on the door a little, see what happens. Just because this spot right here I can actually fix, but that spot, that metal support's in the way, and I do not want to distort that. I mean, I could, but then I'd have to shave off the back support and put a new one in. And I really don't want to do that. But I mean, if I may have to, I may have to, but that's going to be a very last resort. So, let's work on the door. I'm going to press up on it about right here. It happens. Also put this bar back on because I'm going to need it. In honesty, I cannot wait to get this car back on the road. I'll also do this with all of them. Because once I get things established more, you're going to get a lot more content, a lot more live feed videos from me. I just had a shop. One that my brother has planned out. Now this spot right here I can actually fix. It actually is decent, but can move it over a little. There we go. because you can see it's smashed right there, because that's the biggest hit point. Trying to angle this to that of the other side, but I'm also trying to stay out of the way too in case that 4x4 pops out, because right now there's a lot of pressure on that. Why am I doing this? Well, I mean, why not? Right there's a loud pop. Let's loosen it up. That wasn't too bad. So, yeah, that section right there, that vents, it's pretty easy to fix, but this post is pretty much no good anyways, because I am going to skin it and put a new post on. It's really hard to find a new parts car, so I just wish I can get in this section right there more, but I can't because there's other stuff in the way, and I don't want to damage too much structural stuff in there that I can easily fix, because I don't want to. I mean, if I get another parts car, I want a whole parts car. If it's smashed in the front or in the back, then, you know, I could use the top, because just a second here. No. But because here's the thing of a parts car that I want to find, or at least someone that makes whole roofs and posts of this stuff online, but I haven't found nobody yet. Not like how you can find Cougar stuff. And plus, too, it seems like not too many people are fans of these B bodies, which is a shame. But I'll try to find another B body, you know, just like I've been talking about. It'll have to be a satellite, because I want it smashed either in the front or in the back in order for me to use it for an entire parts car. So that way I can structurally take off, you know. Well, I shouldn't say structurally, I should say strategically take off the structure and put the roof on that way. It's starting to pick up because there's a storm rolling in. But straightened it to best as I could, you know, just for the fun of it, just to see what would happen. I knew it was going to get screwed up anyways, because the entire roof is just gone. It's completely gone. So all in all, the thing I'm going to hope for next year is to try and find a 73 satellite parts car. Hopefully one that's smashed in the front or in the back. Because I know if it's smashed in the back, I'd probably have no access to the hood or fenders and stuff like that. But I mean, it is what it is. Because this is the only car out here that needs a whole new roof, and you know, the Q code that's sitting over there, it needs a new fender and you know, a trunk. But that's easy stuff to do. But this stuff is more labor effective. So I'm very, very keen to getting this girl back up on the road. She's going to be treated with dignity and respect. Here comes the wind. Because going to be abused like she was. There's going to be no drunk driver behind the steering wheel. So yeah, I want to make sure that this car stays in the family for quite some time. Hopefully my kid or kids are into cars, and if they want to like drive something, well, you know, just see what it is. But I was pretty much messing around with the hood, trying to pop it out as best as I can. Yeah, there's the wind, so I better call it here. So if you like this little snippet video, give a thumbs up. But if you hate this little snippet video, just give a thumbs down. I don't care if you're my viewer, you're my critic. Rate me to however you want to. And if you want to watch more content of stuff and everything, because I'm actually going to start smell lots and lots of rain. But if you want to see more content, subscribe, click that bell button, because YouTube's algorithm, you know, demands it anymore. Because this winter, once things cool down, I'm going to sort out an area that I can actually utilize for myself for actually restoring small car parts and even alternators. Well, maybe not alternators, but generators, starters, and stuff like that. Along with taking some dashes out of these and put them on the workbench and start, you know, fixing them and restoring them by hand. Because I want to learn that stuff, since a lot of car parts are really hard to find anymore, and everything's getting to be extremely expensive because these old cars, they're, you know, they're not common anymore. You just don't see them driving it around at all anymore. So so I gotta fix up what I have, which is no big deal. I'm actually loving it. So I shall shove that jack into the cab, and better get my big booty on inside before I get struck by lightning. So this is Aaron at Dirt Cat Auto and Crafts Garage, and I shall post you all another day. So take care, stay safe, and stay sane. Please stay sane in these very odd and very interesting times. Nothing lasts forever. Just it's frustrating and inconvenient, but you know, it is what it is. So y'all have a good one now. Take care.